Congresswoman Karen Bass, Democrat from California, and a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. Thank you for joining me, Congresswoman.
Thanks for having me on, Rev.
Had you, Congresswoman, decided whether you were voting yes or no on the proposal to, in fact, go for a limited military strike before all of the things that happened today?
No, Rev, I'm still undecided about that, and I'll tell you for a lot of reasons. But I am excited about the events, and things have been changing by the moment. It's almost as though a door has been opened, and frankly, I think all of us, the international community, needs to drive a truck through that door, and we need to hold Russia and Syria accountable. This is an incredible opportunity, and I'm hoping that they will see the light, and they will be willing to go forward and destroy the chemical weapons and let the world see to verify this.
What do you need to hear tonight from the president, Congresswoman?
Well, you know, we met with the president yesterday for about an hour, members of the Congressional Black Caucus, and I know the case that he made with us is the case he's going to make to the American people tonight, which is laying out what the situation was, what actually happened, and then why we need to do what he is proposing. But I also think that he is going to say that we do have an opportunity here. As you know, Secretary Kerry was dispatched to Europe to immediately begin negotiations. And so now I think it's time for an all-out effort to push for a diplomatic solution. I think there is a window there, and I think we need to do everything we can to make sure that this happens. You know, just like was said a few minutes ago on your show, a few days ago, Assad wasn't even admitting that he had chemical weapons. Well, he's admitted that now, and conceivably, he's invited the world in to verify. We need to hold him to that. Now,
the president also seemed to be mindful of the fact that most Americans, many Americans, if not most, and according to polling, most, are just weary of war. Let me show you what he told NBC in an interview just yesterday.
Sure.
And I know how tired the American people are of war generally, and particularly war in the Middle East. And if you ask somebody, if you ask Michelle, do we want to be involved in another war? The answer is no. I've made my decision about what I think is best for America's national interests, but this is one where I think it's important for me to pay close attention to what Congress and the American people say.
So, Congresswoman, the president is not unmindful of the fact that the public doesn't want another war. They're now saying that maybe the strategy has worked to create a door, as you call it, a door opening to peace. But again, we don't know. The president quoted Ronald Reagan, trust but verify.
Exactly. But, you know, I mean, count me in as one of those that's extremely weary of war. And, you know, as a member of Congress, I see our wounded soldiers every day because they come here and visit us on the Hill. But I do have to say that the other thing that the American public is very weary of is the fact that 10 years ago, or however long ago it was, we were lied to. We were lied to about the evidence. We were told that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. But we certainly have seen, and I've seen the videos, and now I think the world has seen the videos. I do believe that Assad used chemical weapons. But if there is an opportunity to have those weapons revealed for the world and destroyed, and to have Syria sign the chemical weapons ban, just like 180+ countries around the world, then we need to do everything we can to force and to push a diplomatic solution. And I think we have that window there, and I certainly want to see that happen.
The balance, I mean, people like you and myself have very publicly questioned this, but the balance is also tomorrow we stop and commemorate 9/11, and we're also not unmindful of the security needs and the terrorism potential that has already hit this country with great tragedy on 9/11. So the balance is somewhere that the president has to grapple with.
Exactly. But, you know, we all have a role to play, and I think it's time that we call on and pressure Russia to hold its client Syria accountable and to come and deal with the diplomatic solution. France has said they're going to go back to the UN. Maybe it's an opportunity for the UN Security Council to do the right thing and for Russia not to veto this time.
Congresswoman Bass, thank you very much.